All right, Shalom. I'd like to start out by saying, Call Halayim La Yahweh, by Shem Yahushai, by Shem Harikakwadash Ma'amah. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, and double honors to our elder apostle as well down here in the Lions Den camp. All right, salutations to the Arkin that are pushing the truth and sincerity and truth, and peace and blessing to the men, women, and children that believe in the name Yahweh by Shem Yahushai. All right, I'm Khanak Sa'an by Yashar from the Lions Den and Yashar camp. This is another Lions Den news and prophecy. Let's get it. It's Second Ezra 15:1. It says, Speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written on paper, for they are faithful and true. All right, and this is going into uh, the alliance that Russia, China, and India have formed, the military alliance. Not only military alliance, but an economic alliance also, and which is terrible for the United States, right? Which is putting fear in the United States, right? We're talking about th- three of these. There's three countries, and all three of those countries are in the top five of holding nuclear weapons, and Russia's number one. China's number three. And I think India might be number five, 4 or 5, something like that, right? They're in the top five though, you know. And America's in that, but America is being, you know what I'm saying, ganged up against. And the Lord said he was going to do that in these times. He said he will rise up against Babylon and assembly of nations, man. Look at this. Look at this. What it says right here. China's control over global supply chain and critical minerals give it a significant economic leverage globally. So, so you got to have money to fight a war. You got to have money. And right now, China's going to be the one controlling the money, like how America's been, Europe's been controlling the money, but they've been using the dollar to manipulate the trade, um, economic global trade, you know. But you know, but that means nothing now. That doesn't mean absolutely nothing at all now. So I just want to get a couple of scriptures real quick. I'm not gonna go too deep into it, um, because this with this maneuver right here, uh, Trump so-called pulled a 22 fake and repositioned those nuclear submarines as a strategic move to like catch Russia off guard. How Russia and China had just did that joint military exercise dealing with the what nuclear. See that global nuclear exercise, man. Joint military exercise dealing with nukes. So that being said, what does that mean for America? Show you what it means for America. All right. It says this is Job chapter 20, Job chapter 20, verse 19. It says, because he hath oppressed and hath forsaken the poor, because that he has violently taken away in the house which he builded not. Right. See that? And they not only did that to us, but they did that to other nations too. That's why you have a military base on every continent. America has a military base on every continent in the world. Because they go over there breaking up homes and destroying homes. That's why That's why the Middle East is divided because of Esau. You know, so he has oppressed the poor everywhere he goes. Verse 20 says, surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not save of that which he desires. Right. He's not going to feel quiet. He's not going to be fulfilled. Even though he's eating and devouring, he's not gonna get to the point where he's full. He would never get full anyway, but the Lord's not gonna even let him get to that point to be stuffed. He ain't gonna even let him unloosen. You know how you eat and unloosen your belt buckle to try to make room for more? It's not gonna happen, man. It says, surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not save that of that which he desired. There shall none of his meats be left. Therefore shall no man look for his goods. right? This is the point right here. It says, in the fullness of his sufficiency. What does that mean? What are they trying to do right now? They're trying to bring forth that new world order that they've been trying to put together, right? That Bush said there will be a new world order. That's what they're trying to put together. That's what the fullness of his sufficiency. But the Lord says He's not going to be able to get to that point. It says, in the fullness of His sufficiency, He shall be in straits. He shall be in straits, man, and that means distress. All right, He shall be in distress, man. Suffer distress, be vexed. All right. It says, in the fullness of His sufficiency, He shall be in straits, and every hand of the wicked shall come upon him, man. And that's what the Lord that's what the Lord is building up, man. That's what the Lord is building up. It said every hand of the wicked shall be upon them, man. Let's get Jeremiah real quick. Jeremiah is it 50 or 51? Okay. Jeremiah 50:9 it says, for lo, I will rise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrows shall be as a mighty expert man, none shall return in vain. See that? It said every hand of the wicked shall be upon them. And really, you know, that's the laborers, us, you know, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. Right. So these other nations is going to what rain missiles down. See that? Cast fury. The Lord's casting his anger. What did he make for his anger? What did he make for his anger? He made these missiles, man. He said when he's about to fill his belly, Yahweh shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and it shall rain upon him while he is eating. Right? See that? So when he's about to try to, get that last gobble in, that's when the Lord's gonna rain hell on him, man. Verse 24, he shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. There's not gonna be an escape. It is drawn, it comes out of the body, yea, the glittering sword cometh out of his gall, terrors are upon him. See that? He gonna know, he been hit. See that? So the main point is verse 22. It says, in the fullness of his sufficiency he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him, man. See that? Shall fall upon them. So Babylon's gonna be a spoil, man. All that Babylon has spoiled, they shall spoil them.